All right. Welcome, welcome. Of course, we do a sound check. We want to make sure everybody's on a computer device so that they can see the screen. During these training sessions, the camera would be needed on for the first few minutes for roll call. The session is being recorded for compliance in replay. This is a paid training hour, so we require your attention. Those who sign with the company will be paid. Questions will be asked with interactive response participation. And of course, the payments are sent based on participation after each training. We are Intentional Leads. IntentionalLeads.com finds, provides leads, appointments, and customer services for insurance companies and agents. Do you like working when you want to from home and getting paid? If you qualify, we're looking for you. What is your ideal day like? Give it a thought for a minute. You don't have to say it right now, but think about what would your ideal day like be, your week, your year? If you could do anything or go anywhere, what and where? We know it takes money to get you there. Of course, the book says that money answers all things. It's the love of it that's the problem. If you had an extra 500, 1,000, or 2,000 per month coming in, what would you do with it? That's what we want you to think about while we talk today. What if you could choose to work when you wanted to, or imagine being able to work from home, running your own business schedule, making money, able to travel, live offshore while helping people? Or what about being able to get up every morning knowing your bills are already paid and more money is still coming in? Or having someone assigned to you to train and mentor you one on one until you succeed and can make the money you want daily. Or going to a gym, exercising your body, and the company is paying for it. Imagine your job, your money not affected by your beliefs, your color, gender, facial hair, appearance, political affiliations, or what you wear every day or location. Doesn't matter. And you can work as much or as little as you want to. Well, you're in the right place because Combined Insurance, a Chubb company, developed with proof a 102-year-old success system that never fails. However, it takes work, ambition, a positive attitude, willingness to be trained, and ability to follow directions. And of course, a belief in yourself that most people just don't have. This is not for everyone. The hungry find food. I'm happy to announce that Combined Insurance Company of America is allowing me to bring this opportunity to you. They're providing marketing support, funds, and resources to help find and build appointment setters and new agents who will build a career with renewal income. Here's how it works. Through a unique part-time job, career opportunities in business-to-business sales and service. The appointment setters dial 30 to 50 calls per shift and set appointments for agents to deliver and drop off a brochure and a gift. They just get to the decision maker and get them to agree to accept the gift delivery in a brochure. Good appointment setters make around 100 per week in about 6 hours, maybe 6 to 10 hours. The sales trainees move up to face-to-face sales to business owners, the HR managers, employees. They build relationships and renewal incomes paid every month from their customers. And one sale pays you month after month and year after year. Earn while you learn to pass a PA insurance exam. Career agents start making around 300 per week. They build up to about 2,000 per week after the first year, with 1/3 of that income being earned as renewal from previous work. The shifts are work from home between 10, 20 hours per week, 10 hours minimum, any 2, 3, or 4 hour shift between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and work 3 to 4 days per week, morning or afternoon. Work weeks include 2 hours of paid training weekly, which would be this type of training. Now, of course, the agents' trainees have a different schedule. It's more dedicated. Well, the base pay for the telemarketer appointment setter is $7 per hour plus production bonuses, prizes, and day one benefits, all while working from home. Requirements include a background check for sales trainees, an ID verification, and Zoom camera required for both positions. The benefits include a cloud business phone number provided, so your phone number is never shown, never given out. Flexible work schedule. Any call sales, you get a bonus. Paid daily by 9 p.m. Paid insurance, life, accident, sickness, indemnity, which indemnity means it's paid to you directly. The accident and sickness plans are given to the employees, or the contractors, I should say, from day one. The life would be after 30 days. Employer paid gym membership, like a Planet Fitness equivalent after 30 days. $50 bonus referral for anybody that you brought in to help the company. You would get the $50 after 30 days. Free insurance industry library of knowledge. Oh, by the way, there's a $200 bonus, I believe, if the person signs up with Combined Insurance. They're one of our carriers. Long-term employment with Chubb, Combined Insurance, with their personal training and mentorship. We're working with them. We're, again, Intentional Leads, an independent marketing organization, a division of IDA Network LLC. We sell insurance, leads, and appointments. The appointments are for insurance sales and in brochure deliveries. We're not affiliated with any company, except we're contracted by the companies and by their agents. We're licensed in 12 states. What you would produce, 2-hour shift, let's say, 30 to 50 calls. You'd be what you're paid, $7 per hour, that would be a $14 shift. Each drop appointment you set would be $5 each. With a verified direct or decision maker's email, when you get that, you get $1. It's all about the data, as you know. We want the data. Drops that result in enrollments, well, you'd get $20 for the drop and then $5 per person that enrolls for the account you sourced. By filing your daily reports, you get day one insurance benefits and the perks. Now, here's how it works. These are standards of production for 2 team levels. One would be called Power 50, the other would be Strong 30. Combined has 102 years of historical data. These things, it's just the way numbers work. That's why even in the Bible, there's a book on numbers. Numbers don't lie. That's why you get the receipts, you can follow things. So the numbers show that this is how things work. If a person is dialing, and we're going to use the, on the left top, Power 50 first, if they dial for 2 hours, they call 50 people in those 2 hours, they contacted 12 people. This is what normally happens. About 12 will be contacted, and but they'll only get to 4 decision makers. Well, when they get the decision maker's name, the full name, we pay for that. Then if they get the email of that decision maker, the decision maker is the person who basically gives the authority for insurance for the company. If that person then gets 3 names, 3 emails, and then 2 appointments for someone to come by and drop off the brochure in a nice little gift, that we found out that it takes 5 drops for 1 sale to happen. So therefore, the person that's doing the Power 50, it would take them 5 basic hours to get to that sale position to where they get the extra bonus of the $20. So, and then of course, I'm going to keep going with the 30. I mean, with the 50, I'm not going to do the 30 right now, but I'll come back. So how's that paid? We go to the bottom section, Power 50, hourly, $7. The 2 hours of 14 earned. They gave 3 emails that were, verified, the decision maker, $3 more. The actual decision maker's full name, $3. The appointments that they set, they did 2, so that's $10. So at 9 p.m., they should have $30 in their account just from what was done. That's not including the sale. You see, the sale's coming later because once, that's down the road.
Yeah.
So we see that a person can bank on numbers if they work numbers and they understand numbers. The 30, of course, the strong 30, this person's doing 30 calls in the hour. They only make about 8 contacts. They might only talk to 2 decision makers, get 2 names, 2 emails, and then skill will get them a drop. It would take them 10 hours for somebody probably to, with the 5 drops, for them to have a sale made. But they still get the $20 for the sale. And of course, the payout would be $23 the first night, and then the $20 once the sales are made later on. The next thing, again, this is a lot of numbers, but I'll go through it very quickly and briefly. Again, we're dealing with the power 50, the person that comes in and says, my 2 hours, I'm going to make me more than the normal amount of money. Well, if they did that for 2 days, and this is not with sales yet, they'd make $60 for the 2 days. Now, they only worked, about 4 hours. If they did that again by the 3rd day, their pay would be $90. In other words, of course, they'd be being paid every day, so I got to correct that. But it would be 90 for the total 3 days when they were paid. Then you'd add the $20 for the sale because they're obviously talking to people who are decision makers. And once we go there, we can show them the product and they buy it. It's amazing how quick they buy these products. Okay, so we see that if a person did this for 2 days, it would be $80, the power 50. For 3 days, with the bonuses, of course, it is $110 in their pocket. For, in that case, 3 days worth a week or 6 hours. Now, if we were taking taxes out, everybody's an independent contractor, so you pay your own taxes, etc., which is great. If you were getting that same 110 and being taxed, that would be $140 to $150 that you'd have to make for the actual, net to be 110. That would be equivalent of $25 per hour, and of course, if a person did 3 hours, it would be 172. Oh, I'm sorry, well, I'll say with the 132.50. And then, of course, 4 hours. If they did 4 days at 2 hours, then it would be $175 that they'd make for those 3 days. So these particular opportunities to be able to work from home, do this, just have to be accountable, have a phone, a quiet place to talk, and a camera so that for periodically we can call in and say, hey, how's it going? And make sure you're being paid for the right thing. Now, this next section is why it's working. I have been granted, thank the Lord, the opportunity to own parts of the territory in East Pennsylvania. People up in Reading right now, and they're running everything from Reading to Philadelphia. So what I did is I set a goal for 9/1 to write 100 policies by the end of the year. That sounds crazy. Or 50,000 in annual value premium. Well, my contract allows me to contract others to help build up others and myself. That's why I'm here today. It's giving people an opportunity to help me get my goal, and I'll help you get yours. Well, why is it a contract in a contract? Why? The contract, what's it for? It's simply an acknowledgement of a process and procedures that are agreed to by 2 parties. It includes performance requirements by both parties, compensation, and controls within the agreement. The contract protects both parties from mistakes, misactions, or non-performance by the other. Data privacy compliance are included requirements, data handling requirements, proof and commitment of exact hours to make calls, lists to dial and scripts to follow. We provide the lists, etc. Record keeping as proof of work submission requirements. Agreement to be recorded during call, because some of the calls we're going to have contacts where we're actually talking to seniors. And when they get a policy, you might make $50 to $100. but it has to be recorded so that it all is in compliance. Agreement to get to record ongoing training requirements, payment and bonus amounts include payment time requirement. I mean, change that. Ethics, morals, and customer experience requirement. In other words, we want good people, not people just interested in making easy money. It is easy money when you look at it. It's hard to start, but it becomes easier. Now, the proof of the system that it works is this. My first 4 weeks with Combined Insurance, and I was with them really 20 years ago, so I knew about them. I sold from the drops 34.40 in annual premium. Now, of course, most people are making about 20% of that, etc. I just doing it part-time and actually doing some things at the house, which I couldn't go out a lot. Anyway, that was 12 persons so far. I have pending right now from the drops a three-person group at M Auto, three-person group at B Gutters, 45-person group at Home Healthcare, 15-person home healthcare by doing the team method. We sold 2 policies on at a what was it, a bridal a bridal shop. 2 women there, sold them the policies, went next door and set up the 15 for a callback. They are in the pipeline, in other words. Then the follow-up calls that are interest. In other words, these are the ones that came from the emails. That came from the decision maker's name. Chris, he owns a fire protection company. Mardette, she owns another home care. And Sharon, they own air conditioning, 2 of them. These are the potentials, and we're just getting started in this territory. The other thing is, of course, Combined has 24-hour training. It's one of the most fantastic systems in the world. There's a book called Success System That Never Failed by W. Clement Stone. He basically was the manager for Think and Grow Rich. It's one of the most famous books in the world. This is the company that showed people that if you have a system that you know works, you rely on the system, not yourself. And of course, we have plans on how we do things. Very, very interesting system. So that's the presentation. I believe that this will interest you also if you want to have freedom of time and earn extra income. And maybe if you're interested in the insurance side to actually become an agent, just let me know and we can work that out as well. So thanks so much. God bless. And on the screen, there'll be a number. And of course, I'll be following up with you anyway. You take care.
Yeah. Take care. Have a good day.
You too.